Alright guys, so with the new STR cooler that came out, there's been a lot of discussion on what is actually the best T-War in the game, and mostly people are just talking about Janemba and Cooler, but I also have seen some people on the Dokkan sub saying some of these other units that I've pulled up. Right now I have 7 units pulled up there, who I've seen in the discussion a lot, although it seems like the Dokkan sub doesn't know much about anything, if I'm being honest. Except for you. If you're on the Dokkan sub, you listening right now, you're probably a smart boy. But it just seems like a lot of people on the Dokkan sub don't know what they're talking about. But anyways, so the first unit I'm going to talk about here is Fury Goku. Well, the Transforming Super Saiyan Goku. He is definitely super good. He's definitely not the best unit in the game. Top 10, like, well, TURs. We're talking about TURs in particular. So he is definitely top 10, I think. And if not, definitely top 15. He's extremely good. He leads a very good category team with the Super Saiyan team. You have all the Gogetas, all the Vegetos on there. As well as, like, you know, just every Super Saiyan Goku, and there's a lot of them. There's the Transforming Goku, there's the Physical ECA Goku, so his team is just really good. And then also, he transforms, well, first off, like, his passive before he transforms is pretty good. He gets, these multiply together, actually, so he gets 77% attack and defense at the start of turn, and then this 59% he gets after he takes 4 attacks. Those two multiply together, and basically make it to where he hits and defends extremely well even before he transforms. And then after he transforms, obviously, also one thing I forgot to mention is he does have Prepared for Battle and Shocking Speed, so his links are insane. Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, Z Fighters, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, Golden Warrior. Saiyan Warrior Race is the most whatever link he has, but like, still, his link set is insane. And then after he transforms, he obviously gets that attack buff as soon as he's hit one time, and then he raises defense infinitely, which makes him extremely good for the Legendary Goku event, the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. And there are some units here, and this guy's one of them, and I think there might be 1 or 2 more. I think there's actually 2 more. Like, the units are just here because they're extremely good in the Legendary Goku event. And I understand why people think that that is so important, because it is a very difficult event. But I don't think it's all that matters, you know? I feel like a lot of people, they see this raising defense and they think, oh, this is the best unit in the game. And it's like, this is an extremely good mechanic. This is probably the best mechanic you can have on your super attack. I'm not trying to say that this is a bad mechanic. But it's not all that, like, matters, you know? Because, like, the Legendary Goku event is one event that you can beat without any defensive stacking units. And obviously defensive stacking units make the event a lot easier, but it's like, they're not necessary, you know? So this guy, definitely extremely good. He also does have the active skill where he goes into the rage mode. He does have one of the better rage modes in the game because he does have a passive. He randomly changes key spheres to, well, one type of key sphere to rainbow, which is really good because remember, if you're in a rage mode, you don't, like, have any extra key. Like, you start out with 6 key if you're running a double 3 key leader. So it's really good that he can help be self-sufficient. I believe LR Baby has something like that after he transforms. But anyways, that's enough for Goku. And then this Piccolo is another one that I've seen a lot. And you know what? I was on this Piccolo's hype train for a little bit. Because I used, like, him and his team in a video in the Legendary Goku event. And he felt extremely good. But the main reason why I'm going to say he's definitely top 5. For me, at least. So he leads the Namekians and Rivals category. He infinitely stacks defense. He gets attack and defense plus 100%. He recovers 7% HP when HP is 77% or below, and he can show you where super attacks are. So even right now, he's extremely good. But after he transforms, he's better than some LRs. I'm going to be honest. So then his passive turns into attack and defense 120%, reduces damage received by 40%, raises his chance to perform a critical hit by 10%, up to 40%. The more HP remaining, the greater the chance. And then he recovers 10% HP whenever HP is 77% or below, and he shows you where enemy super attacks are. So basically, he can't take damage. He has, like, a chance to crit from his passive. He recovers HP, he shows you where super attacks are. He's insane. He also greatly raises his attack for 1 turn, and he has a high chance of stunning. He's insane. This guy, honestly, I think is the best unit in the game for Legendary Goku event. Other than LR, Kale, and Caulifla, obviously, because Kale and Caulifla just get, like, 6 super attacks a turn, and it's gross. But it's like, if you have him raise defense up until, like, the Blue Goku phase, and then you have him transform into this, by then his defense will be at, like, 300k, and he'll have the 40% damage reduction. He'll take double digits from an STRUI Goku super attack. It's insane. This guy's really, really good. I don't think he's the best unit in the game. Like I said, he's the best. He probably is the best TUR for the Legendary Goku event. Definitely not the best TUR in the game, though. It's really just like his category is whatever. Namekians, it's not the worst category in the game anymore, but it's definitely not good. And Rivals is a weird category, is all I'm going to say there. But anyways, moving on. Here, we do have this Trunks. This Trunks is definitely top 5. He's really, really good. I don't have Zamasu on this list, by the way. Zamasu is decent, but people highly overrate Zamasu. And I think it's mainly global players who really haven't used him yet. But Zamasu is decent. He's not crazy. Like, he takes a lot of damage if you take him into any difficult event. So it's like, the same people who are like almost overrating Namek Goku are over here overrating Zamasu, but Zamasu takes a lot of damage and he only does so much damage, you know, because 40% damage reduction with no defense isn't great, you know. But anyways, I wasn't supposed to get on that tangent in this video. This Trunks has an insane leader skill. Obviously, he gives Future Saga 3 key, 170 HP, it's 170% to HP and attack, and 130 to defense. And then he gives all superclass allies 120% attack and defense and HP, and 3 key. So that's really good. And then obviously this form of this Trunks is only so good. He raises attack infinitely, but like that does carry over for his transformation, so that's pretty good. He gets attack and defense plus 120%, and he can 100%, not 120. And then he can transform, and he transforms automatically in the 3rd turn. So if this guy's in the 7th slot, the first time you see him, he's going to be transforming into this guy. Now, this guy is probably the 2nd best TUR for the Legendary Goku event, and I'm only saying that because if he takes a super attack in the last stage and you don't have multiple dupes, he can take damage. I know a lot of people would like to say that he can't, but I would say a lot of people, like, the way they judge these units is from, like, Truth's videos or, like, a private server video, and it's like, that's them 100% rainbowed, and that is how we can judge units, but I would like to judge them, like, I feel like 55% is more reasonable for a lot of players. But he is extremely good. Attack and defense 120%, and then he gets an additional 1 key up to 4, an additional 10% attack and defense up to 8 at the start of each turn. And he also infinitely stacks attack and defense on super. He has pretty good links: Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Royal Lineage, Messenger from the Future, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. He's on a lot of category teams. He's on Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Vegeta's Family, Transformation Boost, Super Saiyan, and Master and Student Bond. Now the categories and the links are something I forgot to talk about with Piccolo. Piccolo's links aren't great. Piccolo only really has one category where he can fully be optimized, and it's his own, so, you know, not much to talk about there. That's another reason why he's not great. His links, I shouldn't trash on them very much, though, because thinking about it, they're probably the best links that Piccolo could have, but because Piccolo's not a Saiyan, like, his links could only be so good, you know? But then, obviously, you can transform with his Trunks, which, in most situations, I probably won't do, but I feel like a lot of people will, just because his super attack is hype, the transformation is hype, but he just becomes like a generic hard hitter, attack 30% and defense plus 10% per key sphere obtained, and once only he changes a random type of key sphere to tech. So he's extremely good. I think I like this version better personally, but this guy should be coming out soon on Global. Be on the lookout for that. Now Future Gohan. Future Gohan and Cooler have something very, like, they have something in common, but I think Cooler does it better. So it's like, both Cooler and this Gohan give a support type buff to the category that they're a leader of, which is a really good idea. Like, they have other stuff, like this Gohan has attack and defense plus 100%, and then he also has damage reduction depending on your HP, but then he's also a support type unit. And I really like that. This Gohan would be so much better to me if his transformation was an active skill. Because remember, Cooler's transformation is an active skill. So if you want to, you can just keep the Coolers around, giving 2 key and 30% stats, and that team will work fine. But the only real downside to this Future Gohan is he does not have Prepared for Battle. And giving this Gohan 1 extra key like the Cooler has, the Cooler gives 2 key and 30%, that would be so much more helpful for this Gohan, because he doesn't have Prepared for Battle. It's a little tricky. Like, on his own team, he'll be fine, because he does have links like Dismal Future, which on the Master and Student Bond team, you will probably have active, and then he also has the Saiyan lineage, so it's like those 2 links, they will add up to be 2 key, but they're nowhere near as common as like Prepared for Battle and stuff. He's good on he's at least decent on like all of his category teams, even if there's not another Master and Student Bond category ally. And then this guy, once he transforms, like, even this guy, like, I'm not sure people realize how much of a difference there is once you start to get higher. Like, 40% damage reduction with no defense is not great. 50% is okay. 58%, you're getting to the point where you're almost like Tech Golden Frieza. I know after his Easy A, I think he's 80%, but before his Easy A, he's 70. And remember, he does get up to 90% defense per Master and Student Bond category allies on the rotation. And he does count, so he will always have at least 30% defense with 58% damage reduction. That's, like, really good. And then he also does launch an additional super attack if there's an Android category enemy on the team. He raises attack infinitely. This guy's really good. Don't think he's the best. And then here we have Blue Gogeta. I feel like Blue Gogeta, for a while, might have been overrated. It depends on how you thought about him, but I feel like there was a while where Truth was saying Blue Gogeta was better than Inchinemba, and I never really believed that. Just because if Blue Gogeta, like, in this form, if he had a high chance to dodge, I might be on that hype train. But because you have to wait till he goes blue, and 5 turns isn't bad, but it's not great. He is an extremely good unit. He is definitely top 5 T-guards in the game. Attack and defense 130%, performs a guaranteed crit every single time he attacks. High chance of evading enemies attack, including super attack. He's really, really good. I don't think he's better than either of these next two. He leads a decent category, movie heroes and fusion. I would say it's not my favorite category. I don't know why. I just never really personally liked it very much. But his links are insane. Obviously, Over and Flash, prepared for battle, like every Gogeta unit has. Super Saiyan, fierce battle. He also has Warrior Gods in this form, which means if you link him up with Tech Vegeta Blue, they'll be sharing a lot of links, and it's a gross rotation. But we're moving on to the top two now, and you already know who these are. And I'm almost going to be comparing these two. We've got Inchinemba. Whoops, that's the wrong Inchinemba. Okay, there we go. Easy A. And then the STR Cooler. Now, between these two, it's really a toss-up. And you can use them on the same team, which is kind of gross. But just looking at them, basically Janemba's thing is he doesn't take any damage, and he sits, like, I am talking from my personal experience. My Janemba has 3 dupes. Janemba sits around like a 2.5 million attack stat and takes no damage. He has a chance to dodge. I mean, the only, like, he doesn't have many category teams. I guess that is a problem. He's only on Transformation Boost and Movie Bosses. But looking at Cooler isn't on an insane amount of category teams either, is he? He's on Movie Bosses, Transformation Boost, Conquest of Terror. So he's basically on 3 category teams, because he's on 4 categories, but Conquest of Terror and Transformation Boost, because he's the leader of both of them, it's basically the same team. Wicked Bloodline is one, and then obviously Movie Bosses. This guy is just insane. So he gets attack and defense plus 100%, and then if you're facing only one enemy, he gives Transformation Boost category allies 2 key, attack and defense 30%. And why that's so gross is because if we look at the Transformation Boost category, I know this is going to be the first category that we've opened, but this is the best category in the game. Because, think about it, every single, well, not every single, but most Dokkan Fest exclusive that have come out recently, okay, that's going to take a while to load, I'm going to go back over here, but most of the Dokkan Fest exclusives that have come out recently, they've been mid-battle transformation units, and every single mid-battle transformation unit, other than, like, the fusions and Turles and stuff, are on the Transformation Boost category. And his team is so gross because, remember, he also buffs Conquest of Terror, so you could throw Turles on this team anyway. And Turles will just make this team insane. I don't know, I think right now I'm biased towards Cooler just because he's so new. I feel like everyone, as soon as they get a shiny new toy, they don't like their old toy anymore. Janemba, I feel like Janemba's just old reliable. He's never really going to take damage. Even in Super Battle Road, he only takes like 10k from normals. And I'm talking category Super Battle Road, so that's extremely good. And because of the way his attack multiplies into each other, he hits extremely hard. He has almost the perfect villain link set with Big Bad Bosses, Shocking Speed, Metamorphosis, Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. The only link that you might get rid of is Metamorphosis. I'm not even sure what you would put there, but I feel like Metamorphosis, like, it's a decent link, but I think there might be a better one. There might not be, actually. I'm looking at it. But anyways, Janemba just doesn't take any damage. This guy's an awesome support type unit. And then also, if you want to, you can transform with him. And because his transformation is an active skill, you can pretty much have a cooler rotation. You can have one cooler not transformed and the other cooler transformed, and it's gross. Because cooler, once he's transformed, he gives himself 3 ki, attack and defense 180%. He launches an additional attack with a medium chance of becoming a super, which is a medium chance. This one's 25. It could be 25 or 30. And he performs a guaranteed crit when going against pure or hybrid Saiyans. And the thing about that is about 85% of the game. Pure Saiyan or hybrid Saiyan. Think about all the Gokus, Vegetas, Bardoks, Gohans, Trunkses, Gotenkses. That's a lot of the game. So he's just going to have a guaranteed crit a lot. And if you think about it, you can keep him linked up with this guy. With the untransformed version of Cooler. And the thing is, he's going to be getting this 2 ki and 30% stats, as well as his links. After he transforms, his links don't change at all. So he will be sharing every single link he has with this Cooler, as well as the support type buff. It's insane. And on super attack, I don't actually remember what he does. He raises attack infinitely and greatly lowers defense. Which does mean he's going to be decent for Legendary Goku event. Obviously, raising defense would be better. But lowering defense is useful for the event. So between these two, it really is a toss-up, but I do think these are the two top T-Wars. If you said Cooler, I wouldn't be upset. If you said Janemba, I wouldn't be upset. And you know what? If you guys don't think it's either of them, feel free to let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Yeah, this is just not going to pull up, is it? Okay, well, we're just going to... Yeah, there's a lot of good units here. Those are just the LRs. That's all we're going to do. I don't know why, but my computer just gets really slow when I start to record. But between these two, it's really a toss-up. This Cooler's leader skill is just so gross, because... not enhanced transformation. Transformation boost. Is just such a gross category. Finally having 170% attack. I don't know. If you're taking leader skills into account, it might be Cooler, but Janemba's links, I think, are slightly better. It is kind of a toss-up. Let me know what you guys think is the best T-War in the game down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, please consider leave a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel. My name has been Blah, and I'll see you guys next time.